get a little closer together?
Get closer. I'm Jonathan Saturay. I'm from Seattle, Washington. Growing up, I really loved Filipino food, but unfortunately, it's not always the healthiest. It's sometimes very fatty, not a lot of vegetables. And so when we weren't having Filipino food, we'd be eating a lot of processed foods. Now that I'm in New York City, I have this really wonderful opportunity to kind of reset what I've been doing throughout my whole life. And I think it starts with what I do in the kitchen. I work for the Beecher's Pure Food Kids Foundation, and we empower kids to make healthier food choices for life. But when I go home, it's hard to practice what I preach and do what I told kids to do. My parents take a lot of medication for prediabetes, hypertension. I know that the reason why their health is like that right now is because of the food we eat. It has unfortunately brought them to the point where they're at right now. And so I just want, God, sorry. I want to really impact the health of my family. I think about the work that I do with the kids, and I see the chubby little Filipino kid in the classroom, and I am that chubby Filipino kid. Had there just been, 1, 2, maybe 3 hours worth of nutrition education and cooking skills in students' lives, then maybe that they could have started making healthier choices. I am so excited to get in the kitchen with Chef Maria Hines. She's a local Seattleite, a person of color, someone who's making big change in the landscape of food, and I think what she's doing is so admirable. I would love to learn some way to incorporate Filipino food into my cooking repertoire, but not have it be as unhealthy as it usually is.
I'm Maria Hines. I'm the chef owner of Tilth Restaurant, Golden Beetle Restaurant, and Agrodolce Restaurant. I won the James Beard Northwest Best Chef Award in 2009. The overarching food philosophy with my cooking is really letting food stand up on its own and getting in really good product. 95% of all of the ingredients that we purchase and cook with are certified organic. We get as much as we can locally for all 3 restaurants, and that just provides ultimate flavor when you're getting food, close to the source, and it's coming in through our back door to our guests within a matter of days. I think it's the most honest way to cook. The biggest thing that I want to teach Jonathan is the ability to cook really healthy food that's also really delicious. He's Filipino, and he has a lot of these foods that maybe don't have health as a first priority. He can actually incorporate that, and through a little bit of creativity, he can kind of do a spin off of these comfort food dishes that we grew up with. Food is pleasure, and I really think that you can fuse those two together, health and having delicious food. Hi, Jonathan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And welcome to Tilth.
I'm so excited to be here.
Today we're going to do a healthier version of chicken adobo. We're going to use skinless chicken thighs, and we're going to use brown rice instead of jasmine rice to try and help bump up the health benefits.
I love it.
Great.
My mom always cooked this, and it was just something that I loved enjoying.
Chicken adobo is a very meat-centric dish, but we're going to emphasize the brown rice and the vegetables, so the meat does not become the center of the plate. A little bit less meat consumption and way heavier on the whole grains and the fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna task you with these green beans. They're blanched in a little bit of salted water. And then what I like to do is I like to just separate them like that because it gives it a nice delicate mouthfeel. While you're doing that, I'll just show you a little trick. This is something a dishwasher taught me years ago, and I just thought it was the best idea ever. If you use a spoon to peel the ginger, you lose a lot less of the meat of the ginger, and it goes by a lot faster.
Yeah, that's a time saver, and it's working better than a peeler.
Yeah, absolutely. Ginger has a lot of nutritional benefits. It's really, really good for the digestive system. It's also really good for your immune system. So we're gonna go heavy on the ginger. The term mise en place means everything in its place, which we have. So let's do some cooking.
I love it. Let's do it.
So we have a pan right here. It's nice and hot. If you can take these 2 containers of onions and throw those in there. That would be fantastic. Put half the ginger in there, brown sugar, little spoonful of garlic.
It's starting to smell like home now.
It's
Absolutely.
really comforting.
It's the start of something great.
So we just added the rice wine vinegar. Now we have the soy sauce in there. We have the ginger. We have the garlic. What are we missing? We need some lime juice in there. Is this looking familiar?
Yes, it's starting to smell much more familiar now.
We have skinless chicken right here. It's skinless because that's where a lot of the fat lies, but I chose to use chicken thigh meat because chicken thigh meat tends to be a little bit richer.
Yeah.
And if you have the skin off of it, you're still gonna get the health benefit. We're gonna let this simmer, okay?
When I was trying to make this in college, I totally bombed it. I was using boneless, skinless chicken breast, and it just didn't taste the same, and I think using chicken thigh would be that like good compromise.
You know, when you braise it, it still has that really nice texture to
Yeah.
it. The great thing about chicken thigh as well is it's cheaper, so that's kind of a nice benefit.
I'm all about that too.
All right, so the next thing we're gonna do here is add the green beans into the pan. And then I'm gonna add our garlic. And then lime juice. I'm a big fan of acid. I think it's really important when you're cooking. A lot of times what I'll do to bring out the flavor in food is make sure that there's some sort of acid present, whether it's a vinegar, whether it's lime juice. What happens is it lengthens the finish and it just seems like there's more flavor to it because that flavor is going to be lengthened on the palate. The other great thing about lime juice is it lends a lot of flavor, but it doesn't lend any fat. Now our green beans are ready to go. Our chicken is simmering. Today we're going to be cooking with brown rice, but you could do this with risotto, with orzo, or with couscous. If you toast it in a dry pan, that's really going to boost the flavor in the product. You're getting as much flavor out of the food as you can without adding fat, oil.
Yeah, I've never seen rice being toasted before. Usually at home we just wash the rice and pop it in the rice cooker.
Another thing that you can do to bring the flavor up, instead of just using water, if you take, like I took the garlic, ginger, and cilantro, and a little bit of parsley, and I just pureed it up into the water. So I'm gonna add this instead of just plain water. And that, again, will just boost up the flavor of your rice.
So you think I could do this with quinoa too?
I do it all the time.
Oh, okay, and that's gorgeous.
Absolutely, the sky is the limit. Our chicken is simmering. We're gonna let the rice cook, and then in a few minutes, we'll be ready to plate.
Let's do it. This smells way better than just regular white rice, and it looks gorgeous.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you like it. We have our green beans. You can use long beans at home. Did your mom use long beans?
Yes, you already know.
And then we're gonna take a little bit of this chicken.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna put it over the top.
The best part is, what did you call this earlier?
Good goodness. That's beautiful. You're hired.
I would do anything to work at Tilth, so. Let's try it. I like it.
Good,
yeah.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
The tanginess, the saltiness, but most importantly, I think it tastes like home, so.
Wonderful.
I really like it.
Good.
Hi Jonathan, I'm Catherine, your personal coach from Weight Watchers. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How have your eating habits changed since you moved to New York City?
Now I'm cooking for myself, cooking with a lot more vegetables. It's really exciting.
It sounds really exciting. When do you struggle making healthy food choices?
Definitely after a long day of work, when I just want to go home and plop on the couch and not do anything else.
What's your support system like?
Pretty non-existent, yeah.
Losing weight without accountability and support is really hard when you're trying to make a behavior change. Is there someone in your life now that you feel would be able to help you in that same way?
I have my best friend here in Seattle. We talk all the time anyway, but I guess we don't really talk about our actual lifestyle, so maybe this would be a way that we can check in.
Best friends are great for that, right? They help us with all sorts of stuff. For me, this is the only time I've been able to lose weight and keep that weight off. And I know a huge piece of that is because I have support.
I definitely think that's doable.
Let's talk about an action plan. The next time you feel like you're struggling, call your friend and see if they're able to just kind of walk you through and help you make a better choice.
Thanks so much for that plan. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. I'm so excited that I was able to meet you today.
This recipe is really important to me. You know, it's comfort food, it's my home, it's what I have very fond memories of. I was really nervous to meet Chef Maria, but she kind of let me be part of the process a little bit. She was able to break down some advanced cooking techniques that I've never really done before, from blanching to braising. These are different things that I can do with the vegetables and meats that I am going to buy at the grocery store, and just kind of diversify the type of cooking that I will do at home. I do see myself making this after a long day of work. I think it's the fact that it reminds me of home so much that will inspire me more. I'm nervous to cook this for my parents, but maybe one night I won't even tell them. I'll surprise them with the recipe and see what they think. Food transcends so many different layers, from my family to the kids that I teach. I think if we can all just make minor little tweaks to our meals, we can really achieve this idea of a healthier America.